Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So tonight, I want to talk about NFTs, the hottest and best NFT projects. And this is something that has been ongoing for quite some time. You know, earlier this year, NFTs, anything that had to do with NFTs, shot up to the moon. Then it came back down, and now things are heating up once again. So I think it's a good time to look at some of these very, very, very hot and promising projects, and let's decide whether or not they're worth holding on to. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash a like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams every day, 11:30 and 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that notification bell in case I am late, so you get notified. And also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and check out all the latest news, articles, and guides on CryptosRUs.com. Welcome, 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 welcome. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let me change my screen. A lot of you Comey fans. You guys kind of got the hint of that this morning. But I will mention, I am partnering up with several NFT projects because they're very promising, and I do think they have a good future. Starting with Bitcoin. Bitcoin came down a little bit. Below 39,000. It's kind of hovering up and down, up and down. Now it's trending down a little bit. Keep in mind, Bitcoin had 11 straight days of green, so coming down is perfectly normal. It's taking a breather. And while it's doing that, a lot of altcoins are still doing fine. In fact, a lot of NFT projects right now, or anything that has to do with NFTs, is doing really, really well right now. So that's why I thought, you know, why not? Let's look at it. Let's look at it. In case you didn't know anything about NFTs, I mean, it has been on fire recently. So look at this headline. This just came out. Trading volume of NFT marketplace OpenSea hits record high of 95 million in 48 hours. In 48 hours. Okay? Prior to this, you know, even though NFT sales were good, but it was nowhere close to these kind of figures. So, kind of shows you how hot NFTs are right now. And also, take a look at this. A rare CryptoPunk is being listed for $90 million. A lot of these CryptoPunks are being sold for millions. Millions upon millions. And there's one that is being listed for $90 million. This is how hot NFTs can be, or is. It's absolutely insane. It's just really eye to beholder. Some people really want these rare CryptoPunks, just like all these other collectibles. Some people really want, for example, Axie. Well, look at a game like a play-to-earn game like Axie Infinity, which is up nearly 500% within the last 7 days. So it's not just collectibles. It could actually be digital characters or digital pets. And that is important because digital pets right now is actually heating up. A lot of digital pets are heating up. These play-to-earn games is really heating up overall, right? So look at those. So I decided to pull this up in case, I don't know if you guys know of this site, DApp Radar. This is a really good site that gives you basically everything. It breaks down all NFT projects and DeFi projects, major projects, and it breaks it up according to volume, trading, the blockchain it's on. I mean, basically every information there is. And look at top sales right now, right? CryptoPunk for $840,000. $770,000. This is a Coca-Cola one for $565,000. Here's one from Art Blocks, something new. It's $331,000. I'm looking at the right side in case you guys don't know where I'm pointing at. And another CryptoPunk for $230,000. I mean, it is absolutely insane what people are paying for NFTs right now. Right now. However, if you look at the left side, you look at top collections. First of all, if you look at top 15, besides number 14, which is Avigache, that's on Polygon, do you notice a trend? Every single project is built on Ethereum. This is why Ethereum is not going to go away and is going to go higher. I know there's a lot of talk about EIP 1559, right? And how Ethereum will be deflationary in some aspects. But why it's heading higher is because all the major DeFi projects and major NFT projects, all the ones that are popular, that have a lot of volumes of traders and sales, they're all on top of Ethereum. So Ethereum is the trendsetter, and that's why I think they're gonna go a lot higher. Just want to make that point real quick. But take a look at the sales volume, overall traders. I mean, a lot of these you guys have heard of before. I just talked about Axie Infinity. Here's another one called Art Blocks, which I've never heard of, but it jumped up. And there was one, there's some kind of collectible that sold for 331,000. Then you have CryptoPunks in here. You have something called Bored Ape Yacht Club. Mooncats, Hash Mask, Amoebit, VFriends. VFriends is from Gary V, and I'm really shocked that he got that to be really, really popular. It's just a whole bunch of his doodles, and it's really to his VCons in the future. But somehow it got popular. And then you have Bored Ape Kennel Club, not just Yacht Club, but you have a Kennel Club, Cool Cats, Punk Comic, Rareable, Decentraland, which is a project I love. Avagachi, one I covered before and recently also on Patreon. They're doing good. And CyberKongs. And there's a lot more. So, yeah, there's a lot of projects. Now, not all of these have their own crypto, but a lot of these do. But in addition to this, I decided to look on CMC. I just want to go down the list and actually go through some of these. Now, most of these are on Ethereum, I know that, but there are other projects, right, that is not on Ethereum anymore. And there's other projects that are involved with NFTs overall that are, again, doing just as well. And I do think they have a lot of promise. Definitely a lot of promise. So this is on CMC. And then they have a category called NFT. Unfortunately, Live CoinWatch does not have categories yet, but in the future, hopefully they will add it. But right now, just going down the list, I don't even have to talk about Ethereum. I mean, every single project on here is basically on Ethereum, right? So Ethereum as an NFT play is actually not bad because almost every single project that's popular is running on Ethereum. So I'm going to just skip over Ethereum for now. But what about this list? What about the rest? Well, Theta. Theta's a one that not a whole lot of people is talking about, but they just launched their kind of like their NFT marketplace, and they're going after some major people, like for example, Katy Perry, right? So Theta's not really an NFT play, but they're so involved with gaming and streaming, it just makes a whole lot of sense. So they're trying to really expand upon their NFT marketplace. So that's why they're listed in the NFT category, although they're not really a big NFT player yet. But I do like Theta. Tezos also in the NFT space. They're a blockchain, but they do have their own NFT marketplace, and there are more NFT projects coming on board, although right now, as it stands, there's just not, I don't see anything that's that popular yet. In fact, I'm just going to do show all. I'm just curious, if I can go down the list and see if I do actually see anything. Like Wax has a few, Flow definitely has a few, but here's one from Tezos. Calumet, I don't know if you guys have heard of that. Calumet, okay, so I guess they're number 32, so they're definitely in the. They do have some NFT plays, but just not a whole lot. Going down, there's a lot on Wax. There's actually a ton on Wax, which shows you that actually Wax is probably very undervalued because of it. There's actually a ton of projects on Wax. Anyways, okay, so there you go. So you get Theta, you got Tezos. So the Tezos, I'm still not 100% sold on them. They're kind of like a more decentralized version of EOS. Kind of like that. Still. Lauren, I didn't get to that yet, so you gotta wait until I get through what I want to say. So the next one is Axie Infinity, which has gone up like 500% within the last number of days. Really, really hot. Can they continue to go further? Well, learning more about them, I do think so. They have a very, very good system where you need to buy axes to get involved, right? You need axes, which is like the main character in the game, to breed, and then you can fight, you can duel with, other players, right? And it's kind of like, it's like you have your own pet, and then you also have like the gaming involved and everything combined. And it's just, they have a really good system. And I hear a lot of people overseas are really, really addicted to it and using this to make money from, to act as their like passive income. So that's actually really amazing. I hear a lot of people talk about that. So can they go further? Sure. But right now they have jumped up in a big way. They're already over 2 billion in market cap. And you can see NFT projects, there's not that many that's above a billion. The market cap shrinks down significantly as you go down. Another one is Chili's. The funny thing is, Chili's is not even really in NFTs yet. They're about tokenization of sports clubs. But they can come out with NFTs in the future, and they've been onboarding not only soccer clubs, but basketball clubs in the U.S. and baseball, I believe. So they're going to get involved with a lot more. So Chili's, I still like. Decentraland, I think you guys know, they're basically a virtual world. I like them. I have them in my portfolio. I have them in my sample portfolio because I think when you have one gigantic virtual world and virtual land and things that you can buy, right? There's gonna be attraction to that. A lot of people really love that. I don't know if you guys remember the game Second Life before. That was kind of like the first instance of like a virtual world where you can own land and stuff like that. So this is a decentralized version of that, and they're still doing very good, above a billion. You have Engine that's also in this space. They're all about NFTs, but they're way beyond NFTs. But they have their own standard for NFTs. They help other projects come out with their tokens. And they have App Store, their wallet. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff with Engine, and they're definitely one of the good ones. Flow is so undervalued in my opinion. Flow powers NBA Top Shots, which is one of the top NFT projects out there. But I believe CryptoPunks is also on top of Flow. So some of the biggest projects out there is running on top of Flow, and these guys know what they're doing. They were started by the founders of CryptoKitties. So I think they're very undervalued, except it's very, very, very hard to find them in the US. Although I think they just opened up on Binance recently. I think that's the big thing. Let me see if that's the case. Yup, they are on Binance. Unfortunately, though, if you're in the US, you still can't get it. They're really, really hard to find in the US for some reason. But for those of you guys that can get on Binance, congratulations. But Flow is definitely another one. Digibyte, I like them better now because they have a layer 2 with for DeFi tokenization and NFTs, although there's not that much happening right now. But it's a start. And then Sandbox, which is just like Decentraland in a way, but created by Animoca Brands. You have digital land, they have land auctions, and the marketplace, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. So I do like Sandbox, and who knows? They could be they could catch up to Decentraland in the future. Bakery Token. It's funny because they started out as an AMM, but really transitioned themselves into a NFT play. That was kind of the thing because PancakeSwap is already so big on Binance Smart Chain. Bakery Token just decided, hey, can't really compete with them in that. Let's go with NFTs, and they do have a robust NFT marketplace within. So they're actually okay. They were much higher before, but I'm thinking that they can come back up to their previous highs once the market recovers again. Another one, My Neighbor Alice. This is one that I haven't talked about in a long time. This was a very hyped up game that was supposed to be a decentralized version of Animal Crossing. And when it came out, there was some bugs. It wasn't working very well. But now it seems to be getting traction, up 45% in the last 7 days. Because right now, anything that's kind of like a play to earn using that model is starting to heat up. So My Neighbor Alice, I don't know how many of you guys have played it. Maybe some of you guys have played it, But if it could catch on fire, just like Animal Crossing, they could definitely explode. And the market cap is relatively small at 273 million. Next one is Wax. And this is a project backed by Mike Novogratz. They're actually down 13%, which I'm surprised for the last 7 days. Relatively low market cap. But the thing is, Wax is a gigantic NFT marketplace, and there's so many projects. A lot of the ones that I showed on here, if you scroll down to like page 2 and 3, a lot of them are running on Wax, which is really surprising that Wax itself, Wax P, is not doing so hot. But then again, I gotta say, Wax does have like 5 different tokens, and it's like really confusing, like which token does what. So that could play into it, right? So maybe someone said Flow. Yep. Don't worry, I'll get to Ecomi. It's down the list. It actually doesn't really make any sense. CMC like doesn't list these in correct order because Ecomi is actually much higher than a lot of these. So I don't know why. Origin Protocol, a project I like. They're also involved with NFTs and creating marketplaces or helping project come out with marketplaces. Ultra is a decentralized gaming platform, but they are getting themselves involved with NFTs. So they just launched their mainnet recently, but they are partnered up with some big heavy hitters in the gaming space. So it could be a good play. Smooth Love Potion has to do with Axis Infinity. It's one of the things that the Axes need to power up, I believe. I'm not quite sure. My Neighbor Alice is running on top of Chromia. That's the blockchain. So the team behind Chromia is behind My Neighbor Alice, which is why they're listed in here. Next up is Ecomi. Okay, so this is the one a lot of you guys are paying attention to or talking about. Ecomi has been around, shot up to the moon, came back down, and they're starting to pick up momentum again. And Ecomi has the VV app, which basically is just a marketplace. And they have every single big license that you could think of. Superman, DC, they have Marvel now, and they have Ghostbusters. They have a whole bunch, even the NFL license, right? So they're slowly coming out with all these NFTs on their VV app. And I do think they have good potential, very good potential, which is why I'm going to be partnering up with them in the near future. So watch out for that. I will be partnering up with them long haul. Them and several other projects. That's all in the NFT space because I think NFTs is very, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. So that's Ecomi. So look out for that. You have Alien Worlds, which I'm not too familiar with. Yield Guide Games, no. Luxo. Luxo is starting to pick up steam. Maybe this could be a big pickup or good pickup at this point. Founded by Fabian, which is one of the original creators of Ethereum, not a co-founder, but someone that created the ERC standard, so he knows what he's doing, and he's creating another one, Luxo, that is potentially game-changing for NFTs. I mean, literally game-changing, right? So this project was very hyped up before. They were still doing some kind of reverse ICO, which kind of was confusing. But their mainnet should be coming out in the future. It's supposed to be out already, but I think it got pushed back a little bit. But that is right around the corner. So Luxo at 162 million could be a good pickup. Another NFT project that basically no one has heard of before, Illuvium, which is up a staggering 73%. And this is a project I recently picked up and looked at, and I'm like, wow, they're pretty darn good. One of the founders is a founder of Synthetics. So they have proven that it can create crypto projects. And it's just another game, a play to earn game that, it's very early. It's not done. And they want to take down Axie Infinity. So Illuvium actually looks very interesting. And this is the second project I will be partnering up with that's in the NFT space. Gala, I mentioned before, founded by the co-founder of Zanga, and they have a whole marketplace of games. So they're still kind of early, very early. And you know what? They the guy has credibility, right? So that says a lot in the crypto space. Avagachi, which is kind of like a play of Tamagotchi, which you have a virtual pet. You have to take care of it, but you can battle with it and you can buy things for it. So it goes beyond what you could do with a Tamagotchi. And they're coming up. Relatively small market cap, 115 million. coming up in a big way. Right now, anything that's a virtual pet is very hot. Very, very hot. So they could be a good play too. And then there's a few more. I'm not going to go through all of them, but some of you guys have asked about like Eternity Chain. I wasn't too through with them, with their marketplace, and they were too hyped up before, but maybe they could change. But there's a whole lot in here that some of them I covered before, like Terra Virtua, which also has movie studio rights, which I think is important. Atari is used for Atari, but their Atari like ecosystem doesn't seem very complete at this point. They have their own casino and stuff like that, but I'm not sure if they're all there yet. But there's a lot more. There's a lot more in here. And another project that's not listed in here that I will be partnering up with is VimWorld, which is also just like Axie Infinity and just like Illuvium. It's all about Vims and these characters that you grow and you can battle, and it's very similar. It's a play to earn game that not a whole lot of people pay attention to, but I'm going to partner up with them because they're like the de facto play to earn game that's built on VeChain. And right now, VeChain is all about, B2B, right? Not a whole lot of B2C or B2P. But, VimWorld is an example where, yeah, there will be stuff, dApps, that's meant for retail people. So in the near future, I'll be announcing these partnerships, but I'm going to give you a quick glimpse of them. But overall, NFTs not going to be dying off anytime soon. It's only getting hotter. And I know a lot of you guys are thinking, well, this is all fad, right? It's all going to go away. Just like Beanie Babies. It's just all go die. But will it? This is still early. Maybe some of these actually do become true digital collectibles that will stand the test of time, because there's a scarcity factor. And as long as you have people that is willing to pay a good amount for them, they will always exist, right? So who knows? Getting involved right now could be the right move. Someone else asked about, scrolling up, I'm going to make sure I didn't miss anything. Power Fan, they partner with Manny Pacquiao, sell hundreds of books of authors. So they're doing NFT books. I don't even know how they. Yeah, they're. Authors, content creators, and fans to communicate and conduct commerce in new valuable ways. Power Fan to mint NFTs. Create custom digital assets and incentivize your fans to share your content. Okay, yeah, so it's NFT for content creators, for authors and stuff. I don't know if anyone wants to read an NFT, to be honest. I don't know. I guess. Maybe it could work out, Crazy Coder. Thanks for sharing that. New NFT project called VPunks is taking off. I'm guessing that's similar to Cyber Punks. Is it even up? Nope. But I'll look into that. But it sounds promising. VeChain supply chain token XYO is also marketed as supply chain verification tracking platform. Can you give your thoughts on each and explain the differences and similarities? Kelly, that's like saying, explain the similarities and differences between Ethereum and Cardano. Technically, technical differences there will be, but what is the overall premise? Why do they exist? They're a foundational layer, or they're a protocol that's meant to support dApps. Okay, so VeChain and XYO and anything else out there, right? They're essentially just a blockchain, a protocol that is meant to support dApps. However, VeChain positioned itself to be a supply chain token, and same thing, it sounds like XYO, is because they're catering to businesses, and all the dApps that's running on top, including ones that they've created themselves, is catering to supply chain. But it's a chain that could be used for everything. It could be used for DeFi. It could be used for NFTs. So what is the main fundamental differences between one supply chain to another? Traction. VeChain has all of it, and none of the other projects have any of it. That's the difference. VeChain has multi-billion-dollar projects running on top already utilizing it, and no other chain that's in the supply chain world can say that. I mean, so there's a lot. It's not just XYO. There's another one. There's actually a few of them. Morpheus was a previous sponsor. They're in that space. There was another one that's in this space too, but none of them have the same kind of traction. That's really what you need to worry about. VinWorld is a serious back-end building phase. Yes, they are still building, very, very much so. Do you think this new lockdown will have any price effect on BTC? Could definitely do it. It's not the lockdown that will. It's the stock market. If the stock market has a correction, I do think it'll pull crypto with it. I think if it has a serious correction, it can pull everything with it. Okay, not just crypto, but real estate, NFTs. I mean, anything that is an asset that has been going up to the moon. If there's a correction, sure, everything will be pulled down. But I do think that it can come back up really quickly, like almost like a V-shaped recovery, just like what happened in 2020, right? So we're not there yet, but many are speculating that there will be some kind of correction because the market just seems a little bit frothy, I guess, right now. It's a little bit too top heavy. Maybe it'll happen, maybe not. I haven't looked into Justin Bosson yet, so I can't really comment on it. But I was saying I will. Why is Voyager pumping 30%? Do you think they'll bounce off? Because they purchased Coinify, which is another payment app, crypto payment app for pretty substantial amount, almost 100 million. So a lot of enthusiasm over Voyager right now. So good for them. Good for them. I was trying to get Steve on board to talk, but it seems like he's very busy, and it could be because of this merger, right? So good for them. Can you look into Sportimon Go? It sounds like Pokemon Go. So it sounds exactly the same. This doesn't even show up. Okay, so I don't know what the market cap is, but it's really, really, really small. Full end-to-end sports ecosystem platform that's going to revolutionize sports, fan engagement, AR, physical, virtual. Okay. It's coming soon, early September. Do not miss out your spot. Okay, so it's going to come out in September. It's partnered with Nerve. Interesting, which is a partner of Null's. NASDAQ TV interview. I don't like this. Yeah. I don't like this new term that a lot of projects are now saying it's tax. It just sounds not right. Anyways. This father and son. Well, it's a little early. A lot of promise. So we'll just have to see. A lot of people talking about BPro. Yeah, you guys know I do support BPro. Supported them for a while. They're not exactly in the NFT space. They don't have their own marketplace, but they support the code for marketplace so that others can get involved with NFT marketplaces. So they provide a code for other companies to utilize. So BPro is interesting in that perspective, and they have been doing very well recently because their NFT marketplace is being picked up by several others. So, yeah. So, they are doing pretty good. Sean, thank you. Kava, is it good? Sure. Kava is like a DeFi ecosystem that's running within Cosmos. Although it's weird, they're not trying to make themselves the premier Cosmos DeFi ecosystem. Cosmos is still waiting for Gravity DEX and Gravity Bridge. I think that's going to be revolutionary. But Kava has been around for a while. Will Valve and others enter crypto space? Maybe. I think eventually all gaming projects will probably come aboard. I mean, it just makes sense to have NFTs based on games, based on characters, based on weapons, based on whatever. Anything that you could think of within a game can be tokenized and can be made into an NFT. And then people can actually hold it and utilize it. And basically it becomes a property, right? Like if you're you're someone like, I guess, Ninja. Okay, I don't even know if he's like number one anymore. But if you're someone like him and you win a tournament, imagine, owning the player that he was using in the game, right? Something like that. Or the weapon he used to make the killing shot, right? The one thing that made him win the game. Like that will be insane if you think about it. So I think all games will gravitate towards NFTs eventually. Right now, it's just a few select, but I think they're all going to jump in. Ikomi debuting Spider-Man Saturday. Great. I didn't even know about that. All right, anything else? Stack, Ada, and chill. I think just based on the DCA, digital crypto asset talk yesterday, it seemed like a lot of people were thinking that we were all like negative on Cardano. We're not. At least I wasn't. The fact that Cardano is this high without being complete shows how loyal the fans are and how amazing it is that they're able to hold this high without having any dApps. But imagine when they do, there'll be a crazy powerhouse, right? So that's the thing. And there's so many people that do stake Cardano, over 72%. So if you happen to be one of them and you want to stake, well, check out my partner Swag Stake Pool. And they've been doing pretty well, and they have a lot of videos that show you exactly how to do it in case you don't know. So check them out. All right. Anything else? Anything else before I take off? Thoughts on Poker Market? That's like, from B Pro guys. That's what do you call it? Predictive markets. Just not something for me, but it's just a whole bunch of people that's making bets on the future. And the theory behind it is if you have enough people that's making bets on something, that it will be correct. I don't think that's the case. You have people that are making bets on all these things. So, yeah. Check out Quantum Moon. No, just based on a name, I'm not going to check it out. But based on what you said, I'm also not going to check it out. World's first charity validator. Okay, no. They will not be the world's first charity validator. And all charity coins is, in my opinion, a scam. They're not meant for charity. Do you think Harmony 1 will reach top 15? That's going to be tough. Top 15 is a very, very, very heavy bunch. Can they be top 30? Sure. Top 20? Maybe. It's going to be tough. But top 15 is going to be really tough, Fabian. How do you know where to sell NFT? I made digital clips. Go to OpenSea or Rarible. There's a lot of marketplaces out there. There's a ton of marketplaces out there. So you just have to see. The most popular one is OpenSea. That's where most people go. All right. I think that's it. I have no comments on Woo Network. Anyone here has a Jordan rookie in PSA 10? If you have a Flair rookie Jordan PSA 10, it's worth tens of thousands of dollars. Actually, no, I take that back. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars. I think it's over $100,000. Basketball cards, baseball cards, football cards, they're so hot. So hot. I purchased a few recently, a few autographs. I spent, $11,000, $12,000? Like that, just for 2 cards. I mean, it's nuts. It's just the same amount that people are spending on NFTs. But still, for me, I still like physical stuff, like basketball cards. They do have digital versions of basketball cards, like NBA Top Shots. But for me, I like something physical. But You know what? For a lot of people, that's silly, right? They want to get something digital. They want to be NFT, which is why people are paying $90 million for a crypto punk, which is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I'll let you guys go. Overall, real quick, Bitcoin hovering around 39,000. Can it be, hovering or going a little bit lower for this week? Sure, because we had 11 days of up, but we will continue on. There's so much positive things going on, so don't be fearful. But right now, what is looking like it's in a full recovery mode is NFTs. NFT projects are doing very, very hot. The games are doing very hot, especially play to earn games. Marketplaces are hot. And overall, any project that's involved with NFTs is doing very, very well. So hopefully tonight was educational for you guys. So thanks for tuning in. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right, take care, guys.